Is Sicilian a language or a dialect?
So the question was, is Sicilian a language or a dialect? This is a question that we get a lot. And one of the most important things to understand about the words language and dialect is that they're very loaded. When people say Sicilian dialect, normally their goal is to give it lesser status. So people want to promote, and we want to promote this word Sicilian language because we do want people to give it the respect it deserves and raise its status. But in reality, people's language practices, meaning how they use speech and how they use language, is not so simple. Really, all of these exist in one linguistic space, and people are constantly translanguaging between all of them. Does Sicilian have a separate evolution than Italian? Yes. And even in Italian linguistics, it's technically called a primary Romance dialect, which means it's directly evolved from late Latin rather than from Italian. So when we talk about dialect versus language, the barriers really need to be broken down. But generally, when people categorize them, the more commonly known categorization is regional Italian, which would be the Sicilian dialect of Italian, the Italian language, which is a standardized version of the Tuscan dialect, and Sicilian language. But all of these borders are really arbitrary, and the individual varieties within each of those languages is very divergent, and people's individual language practices integrate them all fairly freely. So is Sicilian a dialect of Italian? No. Does the word dialect really represent any modern Italian language practices? No. Does there exist an autonomously evolved variety of speech in Sicily that could be called the Sicilian language? Yes. So all of the above are pretty much correct. But maybe the question is really the problem.